Albania is in Europe, bordering two countries that most of you know: Greece and Italy. Our nation has pagan origin, likewise Roman and Greek culture worshipping a lot of gods. Our ancestors were Illyrians, and Apostle Paul, in Romans 15:19, mentions that he walked through the country of Illyria in his missionary journeys. So Christianity began to impact our region from the very first century. It is said that Durrës was the center of Christianity in Illyria. There were 70 families converted to Christian belief, and Apostle Paul visited Durrës himself. In the 15th century, Albania was invaded by the Ottoman Empire, which kept Albania in captivity for 5 centuries. The Ottoman Empire put a lot of taxes and restrictions to the Christians, and it was hard for them to survive under the new conditions of persecution, and the majority of them converted to Islam. In 1912, Albania won its independence. In the early 30s and 40s, the first missionaries from the US and England came to Albania to share the gospel and to distribute Bibles and Christian literature. But they hindered great difficulties because the majority of our population was Muslim, and most of them could not read or write. Still, the gospel of Christ was shared. But in the moment when the church was growing and having more influence, the communist government came with a law to forbid religion in Albania. In 1967, our dictator Enver Hoxha declared Albania to be the first atheist country in the world. He declared that religion and faith were against the law. In 1991, Albania was amongst the last countries where communism collapsed after 45 years of dictatorship. Finally, Christian missionaries were free to come and share the word of the Gospels in our country.